I actually think obese people are some of the highest willpower people out there. They are willpower athletes because they run a marathon every single day. And the marathon is something like this. Their body is deranged, their metabolism is broken, and someone puts a muffin in front of them. And then they sit there and they say, I'm not gonna eat the muffin because I don't wanna be fat. And the muffin yells at them, and there's an internal dialogue, all willpower, every day until the willpower is gone. It runs out. We've proven it runs out. Like, no one is Superman like that. Eventually, you can be worn down no matter how resilient you are, no matter how tough you are. You can be worn down, and the muffin will do that to you. And then you eat half the muffin, and then you think you're a bad person, and you're weak, and you failed. I lived this. I believe those things. God, I ate the ice cream. I told myself I wouldn't. This week I was going to be really good. I was going to lose 5 pounds. You know what? It wasn't about me. It wasn't about the willpower. It was about understanding how to do it right. And to go from there to where I am now, where I just don't really care about food. If I'm not going to eat a meal that makes me strong, I'll just skip the meal, and I'm perfectly resilient and good to go. And I can do that several times in a row before I'm like, all right, no, I'm actually really hungry. I'm not going to crash. I'm not hangry. I'm not hypoglycemic, but I'm hungry, genuinely hungry. I'm not starving. I'm not craving. I never knew there was a difference between craving and hunger. There is one. And so to teach these things, that's what Bulletproof has been about, and to show them. People say, oh, I don't like Bulletproof coffee. I talked to a reporter the other day here in London. She said no one in the office liked it. And I said, wait, that's not possible, that no one in an office would like Bulletproof coffee. I've had hundreds of thousands of people try this. And I said, did you blend it? She goes, no. Okay, so there was an oil and butter scum on top of some black coffee, and they were drinking that going, it's gross. So if you do it right, generally people like that, and they experience the change in their mental state that comes from having glucose and ketones in the brain at the same time. So it's a noticeable effect. And for a few people, it's not, but for the vast majority, it works. So yeah, I do that, and the coffee shop in Santa Monica is there because for every person who hears this and downloads the Bulletproof coffee recipe and picks up some Bulletproof coffee beans, all of those people, there's probably 9 more. For every one of those, there's 9 more who are saying, I'm probably not going to do that. It sounds weird, but they'll stop by the Bulletproof coffee shop. And then they'll give it a try, and it'll change the quality of their day, and they'll feel what it's like to be at this level where they haven't been in a while, and that inspires them to do other things in their life that have nothing to do with me, so they can stay at that level. This is a way of up-leveling what all of us are doing, like all of the world. And when people do the things that I talk about on the Bulletproof website, like order grass-fed beef and grass-fed butter, they're actually participating in ecosystem restoration. You can have rangeland with grass-fed cattle that does not need irrigation, that has a healthy soil biology, that has species diversity. Or you could eat your endless rows of vegan kale that are a monocrop that may or may not be damaging the soil depending on whether it's organic and how well the soil is maintained, but certainly don't support lots of bunnies living there and all the other things that happen in a healthy ecosystem. So when you look at it from rangeland versus farmland, and you look at how important cattle are for our ecosystem, you realize, okay, those decisions you make aren't just about being nice to animals, they're about being nice to the whole earth, and that the earth requires big animals and little animals and vegetables, and it requires lots of variety there, not just rows and rows of tofu or soy or corn or any of the other healthy fad vegetables.
Right. To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonrealacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonrealacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there, and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.